And welcome back to Chris and Barry Fieldhouse on the campus of Augusta University. Along with Blake Collins, I'm John Patrick. We get set for basketball this afternoon. The Jags taking on the Cougars from Columbus State. Jags come into this ball game with a record of 15-5. Coming into this ball game with a couple of good road wins at Flagler, 72-70. They beat Lander here, 95-66. Went on the road to beat Flagler, 72-70. Always tough to win on the road in the Peach Belt Conference. The Jags are now 11-3 in the Peach Belt Conference, finding them tied for second as far as the conference record is concerned. UNC Pembroke, Francis Marion, and the Jags all 11-3. They find themselves looking up at the Pacers from USC Aiken. The Pacers 13-2. Pacers lost earlier this week to Francis Marion. Second time they lost to Francis Marion this year, and only their second loss of the year. The Cougars come into this ball game with a record of 10-10. They are 6-9 in the conference and currently 8th in the conference, up by a half game on Clayton State. We are going to pause for our national anthem, and then we will be back with the starting lineups for this afternoon's ball game. All right, let's go down the starting lineups for this afternoon's ball game. First of all, for the Cougars from Columbus State. Again, coming into this ball game with a record of 10-10. They are 6-9 in the conference. Robert Moore, the head coach. Pershing Williams, Chris Reedy, Jordan Griffin are the assistant coaches. Starting at forward, a 6'8", 200-pound junior from Petersburg, Virginia, number 1, Stanley Taylor. Starting at forward, a 6'10", 225-pound senior from Fairfield, Alabama, number 2, Xavier Williams. At guard, a 6', 180-pound junior from South Bend, Indiana, number 3, Bryant Givens. At guard, a 6'3", 175-pound junior from Columbus, Georgia, number 10, Jalen Thomas. And starting at guard, a 6'4", 190-pound junior from Decatur, Alabama, number 23, Landrius Horton. And now for the Jags, who come into this ball game again with a record of 15-5. They are 11-3 in the conference. Demetris in his 15th year. Drew Gibson, O'Neal Armstrong, the assistant coaches. Starting at guard, a 6'1", 187-pound freshman from Baltimore, Maryland, number 2, Tyree Myers. At guard, the 5'10", 185-pound freshman from San Juan, Puerto Rico, number 5, Miguel Arnold. Starting at forward, the 6'2", 225-pound senior from Alexandria, Virginia, number 13, Tyvez Monroe. Starting at center, the 6'8", 215-pound freshman from Lahti, Finland, number 20, Robert Barland. And at forward, the 6'4", 215-pound junior from Sao Paulo, Brazil, number 22, Rafael Montero. Interestingly, surprisingly, Dean Williams not starting for the Jags. Jags will be in white. Yay. The Cougars will be in orangish, reddish.
Orangish red, but then also the Jags are in teal numbers too, which is
Yes.
pleasant on the eyes.
Yes.
Whereas Columbus is in red and black, which is a good mix as well.
Jags will be moving from right to left on your screen as we are underway. Turnaround basket does not fall. The follow-up does not fall for Taylor, so.
Good utilization of defense by the Jags. Being under 3 Jags underneath the basket, grabbing the defensive rebound.
Tyvez, quick three is no good.
Man, when he shoots up like that, he normally lays those in.
Tyree makes the steal. He's fouled by Bryant Givens. Going to be Bryant's first, going to be the team's first.
Just a little too long on that Tyvez shot, my bad. And then on the Jazz get a second chance here.
Jags inbound. Get the ball to Raphael, who gets it to Robert.
Tyree calling the play.
Miguel looks for Tyvez, under 10 on the shot clock. Tyvez looks inside for Raphael, who loses the handle. And the Cougars come away with it. Nice dish off. That could not convert. The fight for the rebound. Out of bounds on Miguel, and the Cougars will get the ball. Oh, we got a foul.
Yeah, you hit it on the head, John. It was an exquisite dish off, but he didn't catch him in stride enough to where it would have been a simple post up and shoot. He had to work a little bit to get it, and it threw him off balance, and the shot could not go in for the Cougars.
Horton with the foul, his first, team second. Tyree gets it off to Miguel with the fadeaway from the right side, no good. Got another foul. This one is going to be on Xavier Williams. His first, team's third, but it's a shooting foul.
Will be good for Robert to see if he can even connect with one to shoot the Jags out to a lead here, but at the same time, the Cougars' defense is really aggressive in the first half, which is prevailing for them in the early minutes here.
Robert rattles the first one in. Cougars up the court now with the basketball. Givens. Back to Givens. Now they off to Horton. Inside, soft little shot by Xavier Williams. Tyree with the basketball now. Jags down 2-1, pitcher's duel. Tyree drives down the lane, puts up the shot, scores the basket. All right, Givens with the basketball. Dishes off, stolen by Tyvez. Right side to, that's going to be an offensive foul on Tyree. First foul on Tyree. Well, actually, it's on Miguel. I'm sorry. First foul on Miguel. First team foul.
Miguel, though, driving down the lane, really wanting that basket, but just being denied at the last split second there. Bodes well for Columbus State, though, to possibly pull ahead.
Gibbons with the ball. Fadeaway shot partially blocked. That's going to be a foul, I believe, on Tyree. First foul on Tyree.
If you're the Jags, at least it's not a shooting foul, and you'll take that too, because with Tyree's aggressiveness trying to go for the steal, it means he's fully focused and absolutely gunning for the ball anytime it's loose. So that is a good sign to be that aggressive on defense.
Horton for the left side three, good. Here comes Dean.
And Troy, and I believe Sean as well.
Here comes everybody.
Wholesale.
Miguel with the fadeaway, no good. Stays with the Jags. Here come 5 brand new Jags. Aaron, Dean, Troy, Darren, and Sean check into the ball game.
Trying to get a little bit quicker are the Jags.
Darren with the basketball. Gets it over to Aaron. He fires the 3, in and out. Troy tries for that rebound, cannot get it.
Aaron's a really good spot shooter, and he had the length on that. It just didn't, it rim rattled and it didn't fall for him. But whenever he jumps up like that, he's a really good marksman and a really good shooter. It just didn't fall for him.
Well, he hit the 16-minute mark. That means our immediate timeout. Cougars up 5-3. All right, Jag ball. They are down 5-3. Darren with the basketball now. Gets it over to Dean. Dean back to Darren. Aaron, left side. Back out to Dean. Dean on Horton, gets double teamed. Uses the glass for 2.
Not only that, but with a fantastic spin move to boot, and then with the soft touch, kissing off the glass.
Horton dishes off, back to Horton. He fires the 3 again. This one in and out. Dean pulls down that rebound. Dean has the pass batted down. Gibbons will bring it across midcourt.
Just not enough height there to get the ball over to Troy.
That's going to be a blocking foul on the Jags as Horton passed it to Horton.
I mean, Dean's already a mountain to climb if you collide with him, but when you're going at speeds like Columbus State was, hitting Dean that low into the post, it's going to cause some good contact, and they get rewarded for it with a trip to the line.
Foul was on Dean, his first. DeMarcus McVeigh in the game for the Cougars. And he converts the three-point play. Driving down the lane. Darren's going to draw that foul. Foul's on Chris Horton. His first, team's fourth.
Yeah, you had really good defense by Horton and Columbus State, but just that extra little decision there to hold the ball just that split second longer caused the arm to come down, and thus why Darren's at the line shooting two.
Missing the first. Does make the second. The dish off the steal, D comes away with it.
Yeah, Columbus State was having to run around like they were in foreign territory with three Jags in the vicinity with that steal.
Dean puts up the left-handed shot off the glass, and Jags have tied it at 8.
Inside, Dean is so fluid, not only on defense, but on offense, as you just saw as well. And it makes him a multi-dimensional player because he can also shoot threes as well.
Cross-court pass intercepted by Troy. Gets it back to Darren. Into the corner, Troy will go for the three. Yep. And the Cougars want a timeout. 13:27 to go in the first half. Jags have opened up a 3-point lead. All right, Cougars will inbound. Givens crosses midcourt. Gets it to Horton. Nice pass there. Out of bounds, Jag ball.
Jags forcing the Cougars to play a little bit out of their element with a faster defense and causing them to play faster on offense than what they were ready for.
I'm going to observe something here that Dip has done in the past. I'll be curious to see if when the Cougars score their 10th point, if the other 5 come in. Dip has done this in the past.
And switches it up again?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Gives you a certain amount of points. Once the other team scores a certain amount of points, he makes the change.
Right.
And he made the change on these 5 at 5. So I'm just kind of curious to see if 10 points is the demarcation line. Got a foul.
Not only that, but it also gives you fresher legs coming in, more speed, and then it gives the defense a different look as well, bringing those fresh legs back and bringing that philosophy back when you have the starting back.
But you also only play as long as you hold them.
Right.
I mean, they could score 5 quick points and you're out.
Right, absolutely.
So we'll see. I'm not sure that's what he's doing, but we'll see. Drive down the lane, going to have the basket. And there's the 10th point. And somebody, he's not going to do that, everybody.
Oh, but that
Miguel's going to come back, or Tyree's going to come back in.
That was a tremendous stop initially by Troy, standing in his ground, standing tall, just floated that shot in after the collision.
Darren loses the handle of the basketball. Cougars up the court quickly. The dish off on the left side, no good. Back to Gibbons. McVeigh for 2 if it goes. It does not. Troy comes down with the rebound. Gets it to Darren.
The Jags have been fluent also in a defensive stand, which we'll talk about in a minute.
Nice drive by Aaron Bird, and he draws the foul.
They're great in transition defense from player to player. From when the ball's assisted out or passed out, they transition very well and recover very well. That's a very good positive note for the Jags.
First foul on Paulding. It's 11:35 to go. It's a media timeout. Jags up 15-10. All right, 11:35 to go first half. And Aaron's going to go to the line to try to convert the three-point play. Tyree is back in for the Jags. He makes it.
Jags are playing 2 in the perimeter and 3 in the interior, 2-3 zone.
Quick trap for the Jags. Surprise the Cougars. Horton drives, dishes down to McVeigh, and scores.
Very cerebral and very elusive job of avoiding that trap put on by the Jags. With quick passes and then the delivery inside.
Tyree with the basketball. Gets it to Darren, looking inside for Dean, but Dean is fronted, can't get it to him. Tyree drives down the lane, dishes back out to Troy. 5 on the shot clock. Troy gets to drive down the lane and lay it up and in.
That was beautiful. In between 2 defenders, nobody crashed down in his lane to block him and just switched his hand at the last second and with a beautiful roll in.
Horton dishes it in. Fadeaway 2 doesn't fall. And Troy's going to come away with the rebound. Tyree pushes it up the court.
The Jags are taking their time. They don't want to force anything.
Right side 3 from Aaron is too hard. Horton with the rebound, gets it to Gibbons. Quickly down the court, laid up and in by Stanley Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor snuck back behind Dean and the rest of the defense on the fast break, and great vision to spot that in transition to get it to him in stride to where he could simply put it up.
Raphael checks back in.
With no contest.
Aaron. Battles down the lane. Again lays it up. This time he is not able to make it. The fight for the basketball will stay with the Jags. Raphael takes the three. Troy tries getting that back in, and I think taking a shot in the eye is McVeigh.
Unintentional, but just scraped across it just a little bit.
And he committed the foul. I'm not sure he feels that way right now, but Troy will go to the line.
I'm sure he would feel a lot better if he was at the line instead of Troy.
Troy makes the first. All right, Tyvez will check in for Aaron. And Troy makes them both. Jags up 6.
He's got his bearings back, though, does McVeigh, because he bossed out really well on the last free throw.
Jags beat the Cougars by 13 at Columbus State earlier this year. We're going to have a foul on the Jags. It's on Raphael. First foul on Raphael. 5th foul on the Jags. There's a travel.
And also, too, to one other point we mentioned earlier about transition defense, another point, too, the Jags concentrate on the interior and then explode to the perimeter with anything going beyond the three-point arc. That's worked wonders for the Jags as well, not only this season but last season, working interior to the perimeter and then adjusting from there.
We have a whistle, and I'm unsure why. Horton checks back into the game. I'm not quite sure why play was stopped. 24 on the shot clock. Tyree dishes off. Troy from the right side for 3. Does not fall. Scrum for the basketball. Tyvez saves it. Tyree drives down the lane. It doesn't fall. He draws the foul.
That initial shot was set up beautifully. And then with Tyree on the back end, sprawling out for the basketball, you can't ask for much better heart than what Tyree's showing this game. Making a huge impact on the tide of this game so far.
Second foul on Xavier Williams. 7th foul. So the Jags are now in the bonus for the last 8.5 minutes of the half. Makes the first. Miguel will check back in for Troy. Jags up 8. Givens drives down the lane and lays up the basket. Very pretty.
In traffic, too. He was very fluid throughout that shot.
First 2 for Givens. Dean off to Raphael. Raphael tries drawing the foul. He does.
That 1-2 punch of Dean and Raphael down low is something else to watch. Dean started off with a dish down low, and then Raphael using the using the defenders as his back to brace himself to put that shot up.
Second foul on Landrius Horton, 8th team foul. We've got our media timeout. 7:54 to go in the first half. Jags are up 6. All right, back at Chris and Barry. Raphael is at the line, shooting 2. Makes the first. And he makes them both. And Robert will check in for Dean. Gibbons now. Whistle into foul. It's on Tyvez. Yes. His first. Team's 6th.
Well, the Cougars and Taylor set a really good screen just a little bit before that. Then they come back and try to set another one and got tangled up with Tyvez.
Going to be a travel called on Taylor.
Tough break for the Cougars too, because they were looking like that they were starting to start a fire and get right back into this game.
Raphael holding on to the basketball. Drives on Taylor. Kind of lays it up backhanded, no good. And Tyvez comes away with it. Back to Raphael. Robert, he's going to go at this again, this time right-handed, this time it falls.
You always hear 3 times a charm. Well, that time, twice was a charm for Raphael.
Tyree tried to make the nice steal. Couldn't quite control it. Fadeaway 3 hits the top of the backboard for Thomas. No good.
That was the right call, just not enough space to execute that play.
And Tyvez on the left side. He drives into the lane. Quick pass to the right. They've got 6 on the shot clock, so they got to move.
And screen right there by Robert, too.
Travel is called. I think Tyree slipped. Aaron Bird checks in. Miguel will sit. Cross court to Gibbons. Gibbons steps, fades back for the 3. He's got 5. Dean's going to check back in for the Jags.
was absolutely a gorgeous shot coming up with a beautiful arc, and they pull within 10.
And then Tyvez from the right side answers with 3. Left side 3, good for Givens.
Money, 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 bang, 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 answer right back and forth. One jab, right cross, a left hook comes back.
2 straight threes for Givens. He's got 8. Raphael tries backing up Horton. Tyvez for 3 again, this time no good. Robert finds himself a basketball and could not convert, and then draws the foul. Foul's on Zay Horton. That is his 3rd. And Robert Barlin will go to the line.
These are critical free throws for the Jags to kind of quell the offense for the Cougars, especially with the 2 straight threes that they just hit.
Dean checks back in. Darren checks back in. All right, Robert makes both the free throws. That's going to be an offensive foul as Thomas just went barreling into the Jags.
Yeah, Dean was elusive in that instance, just sliding in there without any regard for his own body, taking one for the team, and now the Jags are right back in control of the possession and looking for more.
Jags are in the double bonus now for the last 4:50 of the half. That's going to be a foul there. Called that foul on Chris Horton, his 2nd. Aaron will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Makes the first. Xavier Williams checks back in. 6'10", 225.
There are a lot of shoes coming untied on the court.
Yeah. That free throw does not go in.
Dean, never giving up the fight, though, tried to swat it back before his teammates could get the rebound.
Givens behind the back pass. 3 is wide right. Follow-up does fall for the Cougars. McVeigh with that basket. He's got 4. That's going to lead us to our media timeout. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Jags are up by 8, 32-24. All right, 4 minutes to go in the first half. Jags up by 8. There's going to be a travel. Jalen Thomas lost his footing and took a couple of steps.
That's a tough break for Columbus because everything he set up during the timeout went to nothing right there.
Raphael lays it up and in.
Now reset, focus, and try to get past this tremendous Jags defense.
They try the trap. The trap works. Got Tyvez on the left side. He dodges that player. Take a short little 16-footer. Good.
He is so quick with some of those pump fades anyway. To pump up and then go right around, wrap around, and then pop up just like that. He is extremely quick.
Jags are up 12. Gibbons looks for McVeigh. Gibbons decides to take the 3, no good. And then inadvertent foul by Aaron Bird. First foul on Aaron. Team's 7th foul, so now the Cougars are in the bonus. And Jalen Thomas will go to the line.
This is where they can really get back into this contest. If they can continue to force the Jags to create contact and force the Jags to foul them, this is where they could do it.
Makes the free throws. Darren gets it across midcourt with a second to spare. Dean draws on his man, gets tied up by McVeigh. Ball is batted out by McVeigh. It'll stay with the Jags, and 14 on the shot clock. Inside, all alone. Nice play by Raphael.
Just that little extra pivot allowed him to get free of his defender. And Dean caught him at the exact right time for him to get by and put up.
That's going to be a travel. No, we've called a foul. Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, because you're right. It did look like a travel initially. I didn't really see where the contact was, but the Cougars do get a break out of it.
Second foul on Aaron. That'll bring Tyree back into the ballgame, and Aaron will sit. First free throw is good for Williams. Second one does not go. Jags up 11. Darren's 3 is too hard, misses everything. We've got a couple of players that collided. And once again, a flat tire and shoe maintenance on Tyree's part. He's got that all worked out now.
It's extremely tough to battle Dean down low, especially for rebounds, because he not only is he tall, but he had a reach advantage as well, and he's so efficient with his positioning down low that anytime you come in contact with him, he's able to get that out and get it out of the rebound zone.
That 3 was short, and the Jags up the court quick. Darren gets it to Tyree. Inside to Raphael. Backing his man up. And we're going to have a foul. Foul's going to be on Taylor. First foul on Taylor. Now we got something going on with Raphael. Back left shoulder. Raphael will go to the line. First one just does not fall.
That had all the design and the makings of just going through the hoop and creating money, but when it hits the lip like that and has an alternative bounce, didn't work out.
Second one falls. Tough pass, bad pass. Backcourt called on the Cougars.
The mental mistakes right now for the Cougars are killing any chance that they have to even get this to a respectable disadvantage before the half, because they've knocked out at least 4 or 5 possessions with mental mistakes that could have turned into points. And if you add that up, if you have 5, that's 10 to 15 points.
Tyree dishes back out. And they get it inside to Raphael. 10 on the shot clock. He's backing up McVeigh. He gets it blocked. He follows it back up and gets it blocked again. Makes the save. Got to put it up. Yes, for Tyree. Not exactly how Dip drew it up.
No. And the confidence he had displaying that shot at the last second, too. He didn't take his eye off the rim. And he's like, okay, you want to put up a shot? Let me handle it. Let me take it home and let me bank it in and create money off of a 3.
Givens with the basketball. Drives down the lane, dishes off. Now they swing it back out. That's no good as Dean pulls down that rebound. Jags will hold for the last shot. Left side 3 for Tyvez, no good. The follow-up by Dean is short. Tyvez follows it up and draws the foul. He will go to the line before the half.
It's no question that in the interior and in the paint, it is Dean's domain down. Down there. He roams there, he lives there, and he will deny anything that comes within range of an offensive rebound. And that is what catapulted the Jags to second and third chances, which led Tyvez to the line here.
Take a couple of shots here to end the half. Gets the first to fall. And the Jags will go to the locker room with a 44-27 lead. And welcome back to Christenberry Fieldhouse on the campus of Augusta University as we get set for second half of basketball. Jags up 44-27. Jags shooting 45% in that first half. 2 of 8 shooting threes for 25%, 12 of 15 from the line for 80%. Troy Cracknell led the Jags with 7. Aaron had 6. Tyree, Raphael, Dean with 4. Tyvez with 3. Robert with 3. Darren with 1. Cougars get the ball to start the second half. Ball is tapped up and in by the Cougars. Taylor with the basket. Raphael takes the 3. That's short. And we've got a whistle and a foul. I think they're going to call it. Dean Williams, his second. Team's first.
No, but that was a good decision by Miguel to confuse the defense with going past Raphael. Then it's almost like a screen back or a pass back to Raphael to shoot the 3. It confused the defense and left Raphael open.
Cougars get it inside. Shot taken, doesn't fall for Williams. Jags up the court quickly. Tyree drives all the way in, lays it up and in.
Speed.
Kills.
Absolutely. For $1 million.
Yeah. Well, Williams with the basketball.
Yeah, there you go.
Gibbons drives in the lane, dishes off, right side 3, no good. Another 3 taken, no good. Still saved, but this time into the hand. Dean. Tyree up the court. Gets it to Tyvez, loses the handle. Quickly down the court, Gibbons traveled. Pass led Gibbons too much, and he traveled. Tyree crosses midcourt. Gets it to Miguel. Dean up top. Inside to Raphael, and the +1.
The threat of Dean looming caused one false step over to the left. Tyree went to the right, drove down, dished in, and then Raphael with the finish. Phenomenal play.
11 points on the afternoon for Raphael. And he makes the free throw. Ball is lost out of the hands of Gibbons. Turnover for the Cougars.
Yeah, Williams tried to screen 2 Jag defenders there. He got it out initially, sprung it out, and got it to the near side here, but just couldn't do anything with it.
Inside to Raphael, and nice little play by Raphael. Quick pass. Spin move. Does not score the basket, but does draw the